Uh, did he have any other problems I should know about? His life was sunshine and butterflies until he went missing. That's very positive of you. If you know anything, you're more than welcome to contribute. I'm sorry, but the last guy I told went missing, so I'm a bit reluctant confiding in others. Let me guess, you want me to do something for you first? Nothing like that. You don't gain somebody's trust by submitting yourself as their errand boy. Then how? Well, what he just said there pretty much kicks the whole adventure genre in the butt a bit. And actually all the tasks up to now as well. Makes a bit of fun of it. I hope that's their intention at least. Because adventure games tend to focus a bit more, a bit too much perhaps on people asking you to do stuff for them. Which you realistically wouldn't do, but hey. Prove to me that you don't think I'm crazy. Okay, do you want me to bring a psychiatrist or psychoanalyst or something? Prove to me that there's a conspiracy going on aboard and I'll reconsider trusting you. Great, a conspiracy nut. Yay. Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. What would that be? That's what we've been trying to figure out. Did he have any enemies on board? Given the circumstances, don't you think that's likely? He still might come back. Your optimism is touching. Great, so we don't got a lot of information out of that, but hey. Tell me more about the circumstances of his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? He came to me during a break and asked if I would be in my cabin later that evening. He said he'd found something he wanted to show me. What did he want to show? I don't know. He never turned up. What did you do on the night of his disappearance? I went to bed listening to the radio. Did you see or hear anything out of the ordinary? As I was drifting off into sleep, I thought I heard raised voices outside the cabin. I peeked through the porthole to see what the fuss was about. And it was just Victor 11 and the head servant, Victor 7. They were engaged in another one of their arguments. Okay, I thought he said they were close. They lived together, they were friends, he said. But hey, what about? I didn't listen, frankly. They were frequently going at it. They didn't like each other, but had to make the best of a bad situation. Okay. How did you find out what he was missing? I thought it was strange that he didn't show up last night. I thought I might have fallen asleep and missed him knocking. But when they paged him over the PA systems this morning, I get this sinking feeling in my stomach like I knew something was wrong. Did you report it? It was just a feeling, and his absence had already been noted. Tell me about the other crew members, particularly the bartender. Everybody knows he's a rubbish bartender. No shit. I don't know how he does it, but somehow he's managed to avoid demotions for quite some time. Why do you think that is? He's crafty. Back when he worked below deck, I heard he was suspected of framing a young cadet for theft in order to take credit for his work. Nothing could be proved, so the case was dropped. 2 months later, he was promoted to head of cabin services. But lately his luck seems to be running out. How come? He's failed to deliver a drink order to the captain on more than one occasion. It's hard to blame that on somebody else. So I guess he's run out of cadets to manipulate. Well, he did manipulate us a bit, I guess. The head servant, Victor 7. Between you and me, I consider him too stupid to be a threat. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't get along and were constantly butting heads. Oh. What did they argue about? Mainly small day-to-day things. Somebody used the other's aftershave or stepped in the other's bunk with shoes on. That type of stuff. so let's hear more about the captain's aide, Victor 3. That guy wants a command position so badly he's waiting right outside the door. That's true. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't socialize. The captain's aide is only interested in being friends with people above his station. And finally the captain. With the things that go on board, I'm sure she's the only reason I'm still on the ship. She holds her guiding hand over me. What things would that be? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like what? I've said too much already. Great. So a lot of conspiracies and stuff, but hey, something tells me he's not exactly wrong. See you later then. Yeah, sure. And yeah, you can turn on the light for no apparent reason. I think it doesn't affect the game as far as I remember. But yeah, so the head waiter, was it, or something? Victor 7, I believe. He wanted us to take revenge on the serving guy. Let's see, the prep chef, I believe. Kitchen here. Who am I talking to? Second prep chef, Victor 84. That's the guy. Who are you? I'm Victor 6. I'm calling from... Let's see... the deck above the bar? That's not a section. Where are you calling from? Sorry, my mistake. I'm calling from the bar, I guess. What can I do for you, bartender? Oh yeah, right. So what we want to do here is... I'll just start over again. What you could do, we got the hot sauce from the kitchen when we complained on a dish, when we impersonated being from the restaurant. Gee, what now? And we told them we have a complaint. Oh boy, what's the problem? A customer said the soup was too cold. Is there something you can do about that? And he tells us, sure, that's easy. Just send the dish down and I'll put it in on the blast furnace. That'll make anything smoking hot in mere seconds. Thanks. So, if we want to teach him a lesson, we're gonna have to, I guess, send something down there that can react with the heat. So, do we have any flammable materials, except from these Molotov cocktails, potential bottles of booze? Well, we do have the gasoline. And I guess we can make the gasoline look like soup by placing it in the bowl we found. I poured some gasoline into this bowl, yeah. The gasoline kind of looks like clear soup. I guess that's good enough. Hopefully he won't smell it. But yeah, this could be very combustible and dangerous, but let's hope nothing goes wrong, I guess. Let's send that to the kitchen. Something happened. Attention security personnel, fire emergency detected in the prep kitchen. I repeat, fire emergency detected in the prep kitchen. Okay then. Did we do good? I hope so. I heard the alarm. Was that you? Maybe. Holy shit! I thought you'd go down and slap him around. Not set fire to the entire kitchen. I never said it was me. I didn't think it would be that bad. You should have been more specific. Let's just say I got the job done, didn't I? I was technically correct. You scare me, man. If I'd known what you'd do, I would have just given you the key up front. You could have killed somebody. Well, some dream somebody, but hey. So you remember where you put the key then? Yep. Here. Take it. Thanks. So I guess we don't need to talk to him anymore. But yeah, let's just talk to the bartender and get his version of current events considering Victor 11. You mind if I ask you a few questions? So the captain's made you her little snitch, has she? What? No, I'm not a snitch. I'm just kidding, sport. Ask away. Okay then, there's a lot of dialogue in this chapter, so I'm getting a sore mouth already. Ugh. How well did you know him? Well enough. We weren't bosom buddies or anything, but we got along fine. We had occasional turf disputes when a guest from the sun deck caused problems at the bar and vice versa. Nothing serious. Did he drink a lot? He came here for the occasional shot every now and then, if he had a straining shift. I never saw him flat out drunk, though. He drank on duty? That's commonplace on board cruise ships. What else is there to do? Well, I guess that's true. Go dancing? Stay here long enough and you'll start doing it as well. Want the passengers smell it on you? That's breath mint. There's breath mint for that. And most of them are way more sauce than we are anyway. That's also true. Did he have any other problems I should know about? You mean substance abuse? That's pretty rare among the service staff. They test us, you see. The guys down in engineering, though, they're always high on something. Yeah, apparently. And who can blame them? Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? He fought hard to be promoted to Sundeck service. Competition for top deck positions is fierce. There's no way he'd want to throw all that away. Okay. Did he have any enemies on board? If he did, he never mentioned it to me. He gave his cabin mate Victor 7 a hard time, but I wouldn't call them enemies. Why is that? I think he felt he saw enough of him during off hours. Yeah, if they were bunking together, I guess. Tell me about the circumstances of his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? He came to the bar late last night. Stood just about where you're standing now. Had a few drinks to unwind after his shift. Did he talk to anybody at the bar? He said hi to some passengers, but aside from that, he was alone. It seemed like he was waiting for someone. Who? I don't know. Nobody showed up. Did he drink enough to become impaired anyway? Could he have fallen overboard? That sounds unlikely to me. He walked straight as an arrow when he left. When was that? About 11 or 12. Was there anything that seemed strange about him last night? Not that I recall. He just stood there doodling away on a napkin. What did he draw? Something that might be related to what you're looking for. You can have it, but first there's something I need you to help me with. What now? Ever since I came aboard, the captain's been asking me to make her a Bloody Mary. But because of the rationing, some of the ingredients are nigh impossible to get hold of. What do you want me to do about it? Make me a Bloody Mary and I'll give you the napkin. Okay, so we have to make him a second drink, which he in turn will give to the captain. So yeah, we're basically doing all his work for him. This really means a lot to me.